going on, people? Monday morning here. First week of March. So let's all have a good, disciplined, profitable month. Sticking to our plans. No deviations. Just quality setups only. Right, I did my monthly ASR over the weekend on Feb, and results were 7 trades total, 4 winners, 3 losers. Total return 5.5 AUR, which is pretty decent, pretty good. Could have been better. We had a couple of missed opportunities, 2 in total. That would have been a 3R on EU and a 2R on S&P, which would have brought the total to 10R for the month. So yeah, things to improve on. Also things to improve on, I should have, could have, would have let a few trades run a bit longer, be a bit less aggressive with taking profit. A couple of them would have hit 3R, so that would have improved the returns by a few percent. But good profitable month, and yeah, things to improve on always. So going into March, we're going to let our trades run more to that 3R mark, and we're not going to miss, you can't say you're not going to miss, you're always going to miss trades, but we're going to try our best to not miss any trades. Going into today, it's Monday morning, Monday the 4th of March, so looking on the charts, doesn't look like anything's going to set up for me at the moment. I'm bearish on the DXY currently, so looking for longs, EU, GU, shorts on USD Swiss franc. Not a lot shaping up this morning, so not really watching anything. Nothing's developing for my edge. And yeah, all in all, good month last month. Looking to carry that momentum forward into March. Looking to pass the challenge in March. Just need 2 winners really to get me over that edge, to get me over the finishing line at that 10% mark. So, well, that's phase 1 anyway. So 2 winners gets me to 10%. Phase 1 done, and then we move on to phase 2. Yeah, pretty solid month. A lot of news today. It's NFP week. Don't know if there's news today actually. I mean, a lot of news this week. It's NFP week this week. So yeah, see what happens. Should bring a lot of volatility. With my edge, I don't really worry too much about news. See a lot of people saying you shouldn't trade news, but I guess that's just their experience and their opinion. When it comes to their edge probably doesn't work in news. There's many traders that I know, and I'm sure that I don't know, that kill news, that absolutely make bank when it comes to trading news. So never say to someone in the markets that you shouldn't trade this certain way because it hasn't worked for you. Any way can work in the markets depending on how you are as a person and loads of other factors, but there are so many ways to make money in the markets. You can never say that something doesn't work unless you've tried it yourself, and actually no, because that wouldn't work either, because you can try something yourself but someone else can make it work. So yeah, just to say something just 100% doesn't work, 100% shouldn't trade news, don't agree with, I know it works, and yeah, it all comes down to your testing. So if you're scared about getting involved in the market around news, a few minutes before, a few minutes after, I don't know, then just test your edge. And if it doesn't work, then sit out. But if it does work, maybe this is something that you've missed and that could actually improve your trading. Getting involved in the markets just before news, or setting your limit order when news is going to hit, and it could tag you in and take you to your take profit. Many times I've had trades that I've set limits on news, being tagged in when news hits, and then it runs to TP. Also, I've had trades that tag me in at news and then take me out. So it all comes down to yourself really, and if your data shows you're missing out on, I don't know, 5R, 10R a month because you're missing out on news, including losers, because you're going to have losers, then you need to take action on that. You need to realise that trading news isn't a bad thing, and you're missing out on potential gains because of the volatility that news brings. So yeah, maybe something to look at if you haven't looked at that. Wouldn't take just some random person online's advice of don't trade news. Test it for yourself and get your own data. This is what I've found worked massively for me. I used to trade a certain way and I never tested it really. It was a bit stupid really, but I'm sure there's many people out there that buy a course, you go through the course, you're like, okay, yeah, I understand, got your entry models, got your what you're looking for to get involved in the markets. But for me personally, I would have some months really good, some months not so good. There's no sort of consistency. I would have literally a 20% month, and then a minus 10% month, and then a minus 5% month, and then yeah, it was all over the shop. I found consistency when I went out there and tested years and years of data, got all the data myself, and knew exactly what I was looking for and exactly what I was not looking for to get involved in the markets. And yeah, this helped me massively. So if you're one of these people out there that have not tested your edge fully, and you've done a course, you see someone online making money with this certain way of trading, you've done their course, and you're like, okay, I'm going to get involved now, I understand. Go out there and test. Go out there and test. You might even be able to improve it for yourself, because everyone's different. People like to trade differently. You're never going to get someone trading exactly the same as someone else. So you might tweak the strategy slightly, add in a certain confluence that they might not even have seen. Like, you never know. So go out there, test your edge. Don't just rely on someone else saying this works, and yeah, get the data for yourself. So that goes with strategies and trading news and anything. But yeah, on my way into work now, not a lot shaping up for Monday, so I'll catch you on the charts a bit later. Take care, peace out.
What's going on, everyone? It's Monday the 4th of March. Following on from the car video earlier, didn't take a trade today. Like, it looked like that in the morning. Nothing was really shaping up for me. I am bearish on the DXY, up to the 4 hour. I do expect price to sort of somehow make its way down to the previous monthly lows here and potentially fill in this gap. We've got this gap on the DXY that would want to be filled. we could potentially see that hit and then reverse from there. If I go into the daily, you see we've sort of taken this high came up into this big imbalance here on the daily. We had this big bullish candle into the point of interest and an immediate sell-off. We're not respecting any sort of fair value gaps or imbalances anymore, bullish ones, so I am bearish now on the DXY. So in theory I would like to be looking for longs on GU-EU, but nothing let me in this morning. If I just show you this morning's session, so this one's London and then this is New York. Was bullish, but nothing fit my entry criteria, so couldn't get long. USD Swiss was actually looking for a long. I know it's counter to the DXY short buyers, but as you can see, if I hop up to the daily on USD Swiss franc, this is now bullish. We've been making higher highs, high lows on the daily, and yeah, I've taken long entries on USD Swiss franc when the DXY has been bearish before and it's worked out. DXY is heavily weighted to the euro, so it's mainly used for the EU analysis. As you can see, EU this morning just been trickling up. We've now taken the previous week high, so now I can mark that out for the rest of the week's analysis. So, gosh, previous weekly high, taking that liquidity. There was, I'll talk about this actually, it's quite good to talk about. Right, so if I go to replay mode and go back to this morning, okay, so if I get rid of that for now, came in the morning, seen this high here get rejected, liquidity taken, so this high's been taken, this was our previous daily high, this is Friday's high, we've gone up and taken that out as well during London, and then we've had this big push down on the 15-minute. This is the structure break, so structure break here, 1-2 candles close below, so in theory this is actually my entry model. Okay, get my fib out and I would set my order here, stop at the highs, target 2 to 3R, right, let's just put that 3R, whatever. So in theory that looks perfect, taking this high, taking the previous daily high, taking Asia high with a momentum breaker structure, pull back, you would expect a continuation. You have these relatively equal lows here as well, this being the previous weekly low and daily low. Right, the reason why I didn't take this is because if I just zoom out slightly, this has saved me before many a times. What did this high create? So if I draw this high over here, perfect equal highs there. So this high and this high, perfect equal highs. Now when I see this, and my stop loss for my entry would be at those highs, that's an immediate invalidation for the trade. So there, when I saw that, I just removed my entry tool, my fib, and just let price do what it done. And if I just play price forward, it actually did try to induce the sellers. We saw a bit of deceleration here around this area. Tried to get sellers interested before continuing higher to take out that high. So as you can see, if I zoom out, it even didn't take the high, created triple tops here. People would say, well, you could say that was a bit bearish momentum here. Hop down to the 5 minute. That's 52. Hop down to the 5 minute. You can see break structure, 5 minute, another break structure here. Oh, there you go. Another break structure there. Sell off, and you've got this imbalance here. It's just trying to induce people to get shorts, to take shorts. But we can see clearly there's liquidity resting here, here, and we also had the previous weekly high up here. So all of this is just liquidity to be taken. And that's why I didn't take this trade, even though everything about this setup here, how it's taken liquidity, broken structure with momentum, left the fair value gap, that is exactly my entry criteria, but didn't take it because there was clear liquidity here, 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 and the previous weekly high. So something to look into if you haven't before. That does save me a few times. Let me just play price forward so you can see what happens. As you can see, prices ends up trickling higher and now taking out the previous weekly high. So yeah, nothing for me today, and we go into tomorrow with fresh opportunities. Right, catch you in the next one.